Three strikes and you're out, and that applies to The Rock, Dwayne Johnson tonight. We've already seen him in consecutive back-to-back SmackDowns, but tonight marks the third and final appearance for The Rock in his trio of Blue Brand Showdowns. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. We've seen The Rock 2 weeks ago. He cut a 40-minute promo. We've seen The Rock last week, and he literally got cut off. Not enough time. What is going to happen with The Rock this week?
Is he going to call Cody Rhodes Stog a big goofy bastard? Is he going to make fun of his ma? Because that's what he did earlier on today, which we haven't really touched upon because, I mean, I guess The Rock, he's been cutting these 15-minute Instagram promos, which are good, but I think they should be saved for the weeks that he's not there. Like, what's the point of him cutting a promo before every SmackDown every week?
Yeah, I mean, why can't they actually just take 15 minutes out of SmackDown to show The Rock promo?
Yep. See these people...
People would complain and go, oh no, we could have Naomi versus the Bianca Belair for 15 minutes.
We need to see Naomi's glow entrance.
Nobody wants to see that.
We need to see the multicolours. It doesn't matter about the multicolours.
My problem with The Rock cutting Instagram promos is that, I mean, as good as they might be, it's like, you shouldn't need to be following everybody on social media.
They don't feel canon.
You shouldn't need YouTube, you shouldn't need Twitter, you shouldn't need X or whatever, just to get what The Rock wants to say about Cody Rhodes. Like you said, it doesn't feel canon. You should be able to watch SmackDown and Raw, and that covers you. Everything you need to know should happen on both of those shows. I mean, it's great that The Rock's willing to put in effort. It's great that he's willing to cut a 20-minute promo on Instagram, but people shouldn't need to go out of their way to go on Instagram and try and find Rock promos. If The Rock wants to cut a 20-minute Instagram promo, I have no issue with that. But at least SmackDown should be showing it, at least clipping it or something, clip it down to like a manageable, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes, and just show it on SmackDown. Show it on SmackDown, therefore we don't have to go on Instagram and we don't have to try and find and see if The Rock has said anything about Cody Rhodes this week.
See, it doesn't work though, because you've got Cody Rhodes or Seth Rollins who might reference his 15-minute promo, but if you're a casual fan, you might not have seen it.
Yes, but remember when Rock was battling with Cena back in the day? He was doing the satellite shit.
Yes, it's technically satellite.
I mean, this is technically satellite, but they actually had The Rock on Raw. You've seen him on the screen. It's not like The Rock was cutting promos and then John Cena was responding on Raw. But for you to find out what John Cena was responding to, you had to log into social media and follow The Rock and try and hunt down his latest feed. It wasn't like that.
See, that's the problem though, right? Maybe this feud should be moved to Raw, where you've got 3 hours. And if you want to give The Rock an hour, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if this was on Raw, you could easily spend 20 minutes, half an hour, showing The Rock live via satellite or pre-taped via satellite or whatever, just showing an Instagram message. But on SmackDown, I guess you don't have as much time. But if they're willing to give the guy 41 minutes, then I don't see why they can't, give him a bit.
But no, you've
20-minute video.
You've got 41 minutes, and then the next week you've got like 8 minutes. You need somewhere in the middle. I think 41 minutes is a bit too long because it's not like they got much said. They just came out and spouted a load of pish, didn't they?
And everything's so slowed down. They look at the crowd. Roman Reigns twitches his jawline. I mean, that 41-minute promo, right? It was decent for The Rock, but that could have been wrapped up in 10. Yeah. It really could have, but everything today in wrestling is dragged out to the max. Anyway, I don't think Cody nor Seth are scheduled for tonight, so it's more or less just like The Rock and Reigns coming out to talk to each other. And I don't care what you say, Roman Reigns looks like a fucking side character next to The Rock.
He does.
He does. I mean, he looks like a jabroni. He looks like GTA, the way you've got the playable character, and then you have the little side character that you maybe do missions with. That is what Roman Reigns is.
He is. The Rock is the OG. Roman Reigns is the DLC that you never bothered your arse buying because he's shite.
Even in the poster for the tag team match, you've got The Rock locking eyes with Cody Rhodes, then up at the top, you've got Roman Reigns looking at Seth Rollins, the spare part, the cross-dresser, the guy that shouldn't even be in here. Yet the whole thing is Cody Rhodes finishing the story and winning the title. Yet the feud's Cody Rhodes versus The Rock, not Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. Now, The Rock can acknowledge Roman Reigns, but at the end of the day, we can all acknowledge that The Rock is the man here and that he is the true head of the bloodline. For me, it's obvious. But any closing thoughts on The Rock and Roman Reigns? Like I said, Cody and Seth Rollins not here tonight, so it looks like they're just going to maybe talk to themselves or talk to the crowd or whatever. I
love The Rock, right? And you know what? Having him for 3 weeks in a row is great. But it ain't like back in the day, because there's actual stories back in the day. Different things happening each week. What the fuck? They're just going to say the same shit they said 2 weeks ago? Well, what's happened? Right, the challenge has been accepted, but what can the Rock and Roman Reigns actually? What's happened storyline wise since last Friday for them to come out and talk about? Well, I can't even remember what happened on Raw. Seth Rollins pretty much said, "I don't care about this belt. I only care about that." Maybe The Rock can tie that into his promo about Seth Rollins. He's too preoccupied with my fucking 22-inch pythons. What did Cody Rhodes say on? He cried. I mean, maybe The Rock can make fun of that, but back in the day, you've got these interesting storyline. What is the storyline here? No, it's essentially Cody Rhodes agreed to give Rock a match with Reigns, but then he's like, you know what, actually, I'm going to take my Royal Rumble clause, and then he slapped him, and he kind of made fun of the Bloodline's history, which he didn't really. It was more The Rock made fun of his fat daddy. So, at the end of the day, The Rock's buried his mum.
Son of a plumber.
The Rock's buried Cody's mum in an Instagram promo earlier on tonight. And again, like, Cody's not there to respond. Was The Rock going to respond himself?
What did he say about Cody's mum?
He said that you're going to be crying, so prepare yourself for it, because I'm going to slap the shit out your son. I'm going to make him bleed with my belt, and he's going to come back trophyless just like Dusty.
Damn. I mean, it's crazy how it just doesn't make sense that The Rock can say all that shit, but then Cody says your family would be embarrassed for you, ashamed, and The Rock's fucking taking a pure meltdown. How dare you insult my bloodline? I mean, fuck off, Rock.
You notice the way, though, they have to put Cody Rhodes in, like, these suits to make him feel a bit more important, because he has no, like, other attire. If you know what I mean.
Adrenaline
but
in my suit.
It's almost like they need to make Seth Rollins dress like a bell end to make him stand out. And the same with Cody Rhodes with the suit.
Well, if they just came out... Well, Cody Rhodes stands out because of that ugly fucking tattoo. But Seth Rollins, on the other hand, I mean, Seth Rollins would just look like a whiter version of Mustafa Ali if he didn't come out looking gay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But for The Rock, guys, I mean, we probably won't see him to Mania, or at least the show just before Mania, so...
Anyway, The Rock says, know your damn role and move on. Rey Mysterio returns tonight. So he returned actually a few weeks ago, but for some reason, it's just WWE. Somebody returns, they don't follow it up, and then a couple weeks later, you know, they decide, alright, let's address that. So yeah, why has Rey Mysterio not been on the past few weeks? Who knows? But he's coming out tonight. Has he got an issue with the LWO?
Who cares?
Is it going to be Rey versus Santos Escobar at Mania?
That's not good enough. I couldn't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, Rey Mysterio versus Dominic, I was really looking forward to. I thought the build to that was really fucking good.
The entrances
were great. I mean, the match was okay, but I think they dropped the ball not having the rematch at Backlash.
Yeah.
I think they should have had an actual rematch between Rey and Dominic, have a Lucha Libre style match, but they just didn't do that, and yeah, it was disappointing.
A quick match or something between them.
I thought it was disappointing how after that was it, done, pretty much. Because the ending, you didn't even get a definitive ending, so...
The LW is like the Bullet Club, right? It's a band of jobbers together off the principles of the NWO. Now obviously the LW existed back in the 90s, right, and it had better members than it does now, but let's not pretend, man, that this is a good faction. Rey Mysterio is out there, or when he is out there.
There is no gimmick other than the fact here...
We're Mexican, we're in the LWO.
That's pretty much it. That's all they've got.
Santos Escobar had meetings on yachts in NXT. Fucking show a bit of that.
Yeah, Legado del Fantasma. Legado del Fantasma was better than LWO, but...
See, when Tony D comes up, is he just going to be a guy that wears a vest?
Yeah, but look at Legado del Fantasma, because in NXT, they were good, but now Santos Escobar has left LWO. He's reunited Legado del Fantasma with 2 new members, and they're just 3 Mexican guys that are feuding with a Mexican faction. There's no stories here.
They need released.
What the fuck? Even Carmelo Hayes, guy looks like he's got the fucking ability to be a top star in NXT. They bring him up to SmackDown, and he's just some generic black guy who wrestles.
No, it's funny about that though, right? How many people got buried Vince for when he brought people up and they just felt shite? Why is when Triple H do it, it's alright?
Name me one good person. Who's came up from NXT in this Triple H era that's actually progressed? people will say Solo Sikoa, but all he's really done is been stuck in the bloodline. And if you think about it, over the past year, his stock's dropped.
No, but I mean, come on. Anybody could get put into the bloodline and progress. It'd be hard not to progress.
I mean, Tiffany Stratton's just becoming another person on the roster.
Yep, that's it.
Anyway, that's Braun Breaker. He's had a couple of matches, just another person on the roster.
Give him a belt. Oh no, let's just have him have squash. I mean, he's doing double duty between SmackDown and the Wolf Dogs.
I honestly do not get that. I do not get that. Surely if you're going to be called up, you get called up. And you shouldn't be on both shows. But anyway, last but not least tonight, we have the only advertised match, which is between Bayley and Dakota Kai.
Oh, I'll be there. 1 a.m. kickoff.
The two former Damage Control teammates are going to go one-on-one tonight. Thoughts on that?
I just hope Bayley doesn't damage Dakota Kai's vocal cords, or else Damage Control are humped.
They have to turn Bayley fucking heel.
They probably will.
They have to put Bayley back in Damage Control to cut Eel's promos. What the hell is going on here? Anyway, guys, that's it. That's your SmackDown preview. Yeah, I mean, it might be alright because The Rock's on it, but I'm not overly excited for this show. So
wrestling's fucking dead.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. We'll catch you in the review. Till next time, though. Peace.